What up there, boxing fans? Ronell Higgins here. You watching Ronell Higg Boxing Reports. Okay, so Oscar De La Hoya would love to promote Errol Spence Jr. And a lot of people seem to have a problem with that. I did at first, when I first heard the idea. Lots of people are saying, why would Errol Spence want to sign with some racist as drug addict, cross-dressing, alcohol, driving, drunk, DUI, this, that, and the third. I mean, they was playing him out. Why would he want to sign with him? Definitely a person who disrespects black people. He lets people, call blacks the N-word. Blacks who works for him. He lets the writers who works for his magazine call black promotional companies welfare. So, it's basically like he don't care what they say or do about blacks. But, however, he wants to promote Errol Spence Jr. Now, so that's the problem that's going on. And that's being asked, around by other blacks. Errol Spence ain't gonna do that for that racist. Why would he let some racist promote him? So I felt the same way, but then you got to look at it. It's like every day, okay, black people sign applications for companies who are racist as hell. All right, I mean, you can go inside the company and you can see the majority of these companies, all the top men are all white. All right, and the blacks are at the bottom of the line. And yeah, they say some racist stuff towards blacks as well. And however, we still sign applications to work there. Why? Because we need employment. All right, like if you work for the state. Like you be a cop or whatever, the same system, okay, that dissed the black community, the entire black community, law enforcement mostly, you still see black people signing up to be cops. And, and you ask yourself, well, why? Well, because they need employment, they need a good retirement, and all, so although the system that they work for dissed the whole black community, they still signed up to work for them. Okay, so the only way you could work around that, like if black people had their own companies and whatnot, but however, blacks do have their own companies, but how's that works most of the time. From where I see here in Jersey. Most blacks who have their own businesses really don't hire other black people. And if they do, it's very little. Okay, so, because I guess hiring their own kind, they think that just because, hey, man, I'm black, you can give me a break on this and that. Which is true in some cases. But if Errol Spence do sign with them, would people use the C word against them? And if they do, I wonder what they're doing for a living. Who are they working for? Because like I said, it's the majority of black people in this country work for a racist. And I wonder what type of clothing they buying. I mean, we really don't have no proof that some of these like Timberlands and Nikes, most of those are rumors. Nikes is Sport My Blackies and Timberlands is owned by the KKK and all that, rumors. Okay, it has been being proven yet. But, that's just my 2 cents on it. Like, hey, we can't call this dude out if he does. I mean, I hope he don't sign with Golden Boy. And, I hope he stays with, where he's at. He although he can get certain fights, but I mean, not even some of the fighters at Golden Boys can get fights, or they'll end up getting hand-picked fights. I mean, Canelo is a great fighter, but he's like taking on has-beens, and he's doing the Freddie Roach line. He's walking up his path. How he brought Pacquiao up, brought up all these big name fighters, but they were like past their primes, or he made them drain themselves, and people just fed into the hype. But yeah, so that's like the style Canelo is taking. And for a fighter that's good as Canelo and a fighter that's good as Pacquiao, I think that's a damn shame that their careers is being, taken this way. It's taking that route. I mean, for excellent fighters, you should be out there fighting the best. Canelo should have been took on some of them guys at 154. He should have been took on some of them guys at 160. I mean, he did take on Aries Landy Laura. It was a pretty good one. Yeah, Canelo won the good fights. So my thing is, Errol Spence Jr., he's just good where he's at. Ain't nothing gonna change. So that's my 2 cents on it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Once again, Ronell Higgins, and this is Ronell Higgins Boxing Reports.